From Chase Field in Phoenix, this is Friday Night Baseball on MLB Network. Tonight we continue the road trip with the first of three between the LA Dodgers and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Two great hitters lead their teams to battle next on MLB Network. Robbie Ray, a southpaw from Tennessee, is the man on the mound. What's your take on him, H?
Well, Matt, this guy's not going to blow you away. He's a consistent major league pitcher. Look, his ERA last year a little bit over 4, but he takes the baseball. And he's a guy who's going to take his lumps, but he's going to keep coming back at you. And I think we'll probably see that kind of performance today.
Here's Jock Peterson now. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Number 30.
First of three here on a Friday night as the first pitch is in there for strike one. Well, Harold, you take a look at this Diamondback squad as they begin play here tonight. They come into this one fresh off a victory last time out that ended a 6-game losing streak.
Well, Matt, they're coming off winning a big game. I mean, they played great baseball. They scored a lot of runs in that win yesterday. So if they can carry that momentum over, they're going to be tough to beat.
Temperature starting to drop as the sun goes down. 56 degrees here at first pitch. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. And this one's tapped foul at home plate.
Well, he fouled that breaking ball off a little bit early. Timing not quite there. Had a fastball to pitch before. He just got out in front of that breaking ball.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Another try at 2-2. A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away. A chance now for the Los Angeles Dodgers starting lineup. Harold, what's the key to continuing the winning streak?
Matt, this lineup has been on fire. Everybody's hitting from top to bottom. I don't know how you get them out right now. If you roll the ball up there, they'll probably golf it out of the ballpark. They've been that hot.
Here's Corey Seager. Lifetime numbers against Robbie Ray. 3 base hits in 16 tries. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times. First offering on its way. A changeup over the inside corner. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew working this one. Behind the plate is Eric Summersgill.
Summersgill's a little notorious for having a wide zone. Really frustrating for hitters. I saw one guy turn around at him one day and yell, "Is this a picnic table or is it a plate?" Yeah, he was tossed before he finished the sentence.
Way in front of a great slider that time. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
That's a pretty good pitch right there. That fastball on the inner half of the plate. You can see that he just isn't able to get those arms extended, and pretty ugly swing right there.
Standing in, Justin Turner. First shot for him here as he enters play, currently leading the senior circuit in batting. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner.
I'm looking forward to this at bat right here, Matt. 2 outs, bases empty, and you got the power guy at the plate. He's going to let it fly. He must. I guarantee you he will.
And a slider gets away from him here as it just about got him in the ankle.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you could do with that slider breaking down, and unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line, you see a lot of swinging misses on those.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Working on striking out the side in the first. Struck him out, so he makes quick work of him here. 3 straight strikeouts, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Alex Wood will be on the mound for the series opener. What do you have for us on him, H?
Well, Matt, he got his season off to a pretty good start. He got a win his last outing, his first outing of the year, and now he's going for number 2. Let's see if he can back it up with back-to-back good performances.
Into the box now, David Peralta. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Diamondbacks, left fielder, David Peralta.
First pitch is a sinker, too low, 1-0. Harold, you look at this Dodgers team as they enter play here tonight. They come in unbeaten and playing well here in the early going.
They look like the best team in baseball right now. Every team sits out and says, can we win double digits in a row when you put your roster together? Can our rotation go through and win a couple games each? Well, that's what this club is doing right now. They're in double-digit territory of a win streak, and when you're doing that, you're doing everything right.
Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Pitch rides in on him here as this is popped weakly toward the left side of the infield. With that, let's take a look at the hometown Diamondbacks lineup card. HR, what's the key in trying to stop their opponent's winning streak?
Well, the key to me in this one, I'm going to throw a cliche at you, Matt. You know I don't use many cliches. I would have to say have great energy. Play with some enthusiasm. Be excited about playing. And if they do that, man, they carry it through for 9 innings. Look out.
Now at the plate, Yasmani Tomas. Lifetime against this pitcher, 1 for 6. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a ball, 1-0.
Counts 1-0.
1 out, nobody on. Looked like he wanted to clobber that one, but it's 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Beautiful changeup. Got him out front with that swing right there. That's what a changeup will do. Just keep you off balance.
Good hard sinker, but he lays off to even things at 2-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Down the first baseline, but this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Here's another 2-2. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The 2-2 one more time. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. Throw on to Gonzalez, and that's out number 2.
Batting third, first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Into the windup and the pitch. Called strike over the outside part of the plate. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Heading out towards shallow right. Puig's got a read on it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. We are still scoreless. Here's Adrian now. He comes into play with a batting average in the respectable 270s.
Adrian Gonzalez.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Fastball called for strike 2.
If this second inning is any indication of what we're going to see, he's got this hitter 0-2. He really learned from his last outing when he lost. He is way more aggressive now, coming right after guys and throwing strikes.
And he wasn't going to hit that one with an the strikeout, and there's one gone.
All right, time for the majestic defensive alignment for the D-backs. And down there at first base, Paul Goldschmidt. The thing I like about him, he catches everything. That's why he won a Gold Glove before. Throw it his direction. He's a big target. Stands about 6'4". He's wide. He'll make the play for you. He's a great guy to throw to, and he can also make the plays on his own.
And now is Yasiel Puig. Lifetime numbers against Robbie Ray. He's got 5 base hits in 16 tries. He's taken him deep once. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Well, that's a good positive step. Got off to a slow start here in April. That's one you build on right there.
The catcher, number 9, Yasmani Grandal.
Digging in the switch hitter, Yasmani Grandal. He begins this one with the 4th best batting average in the National League. First pitch of the at-bat. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Tapper up the line, but it gets foul. Ready with the 1-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. And that'll get down for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Well, there's an opposite field base hit right there. He's off to a great start here in April, and maybe that's why, because he's using the whole entire ballpark, the whole field.
And that'll bring in the as it's grounded sharply to first. One there, but they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first.
Batting 8th, second baseman, Chase Utley.
Into the box now, Chase Utley. 2's all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2. He's set, and the pitch. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Here's a changeup that's right there, 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Now we'll step off and fire to the bag. Back in standing. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Oh, he wanted that one, but it misses for ball 3. Now a snap throw to first, and he'll be back in standing up. Three balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Left side. Fielded cleanly on to first, and the Dodgers come up with nothing as that ends the inning. Dodgers strand a couple. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Digging in, A.J. Pollock. He brings a rather ugly 230s batting average into this one.
Center fielder A.J. Pollock.
Into the windup and the pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Waiting on it his toes. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
All right,
Batting
time
fifth,
for the majestic defensive
third
alignment
baseman.
for the Dodgers.
Chase
And at shortstop,
Brown.
Corey Seager. They say this kid doesn't even have a heart rate. He's so calm. He's so smooth. He so lets the game come to him. But I like how he catches the ball. He makes all the plays, and the bad hops, he's going to make those too.
Jake Lamb standing in now, hitting just a bit over the Mendoza line on the year. Here's a knuckle curve that backs him up a bit. Ball one. Bottom of the second here with no score. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Puig on the run. Running hard. He's digging for second. And that will hop over the wall now as he'll be awarded second base here. It's a ground rule double.
Brandon Drury.
Now in the box, Brandon Drury. Lifetime in this matchup, 1 for 5. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Oh, 0-1. Here it comes. Hit hard on the ground at first. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
That's a ball he worked on all day. I was out here early. He stayed with it and just shot it the other way. Beautiful execution of a game plan.
Here's the catcher now, Chris Iannetta, as he loops under the ball and pops it up. Turner has room in foul territory, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. Now the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2.
Well, their chances of pushing across a run took a pretty good hit after that strikeout. It's so much tougher to score a guy from third with 2 outs instead of 1. Basically, you need a hit or you need to get lucky with a wild pitch or a pass ball.
Striding into the box, Nick Ahmed. It's been a really slow start to the season for him, as you can see by the April numbers on your screen. Chopped weakly to the left. On to first, and the Diamondbacks are turned away as the inning is over. Diamondbacks strand a pair. Will move to the third with no score. Now at the plate, Alex
Leading off
Wood.
for the Dodgers,
9-1-2 due up.
Alex Wood.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Well, this is not the way you want to start the inning. You got the opposing pitcher leading off, then you fall behind him 2-0, and he's probably going to sit there and say, throw me 2 or 3 strikes before I swing the bat.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. A high fastball is in there.
Frozen with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And a liner foul into the seats down the right side.
Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
Another 2-2 offering. And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning.
Now, I know he struck out there, but for a pitcher, that's a pretty solid at bat. Anytime you can make an opposing pitcher out there work and throw quite a few more extra pitches, that's a quality AB in my book.
Ready for another chance? Jock Peterson, 0 for 1 here in the early going. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. And now a pitch on the way. And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way.
Wow, not a great spot to be in right now. 2-0 to a great hitter like this. This is when you really have to pay attention as a pitcher. And if you have good off-speed stuff, this might be the time to start mixing in your off-speed stuff.
Big cut at the 2-0 slider, but he comes up empty. 2-1. And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now. Corey Seager will be next. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Ball 4.
Well, he walked him on 5 pitches, but that last pitch was really good. He missed down, but only by a hair. When a hitter has a 3-1 count, he can wait until he gets a pitch he loves.
Digging in to try it again. Corey Seager, 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's set. Here it comes. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
Now, that was a good pitch to lay off. When it starts on the outside half of the plate, that slider right there, you know it's going to continue to run off the plate.
Here comes the 1-0. Sliced hard on the ground. Oh, look at him, man. There's one. Safe.
Now batting, third baseman, Justin Turner.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Justin Turner. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And that'll do it in the inning as the catch is made in the coach's box. So it's no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3, and we are tied 0-0. In now, Robbie Ray. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Catcher, Robbie Ray.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that misses, ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Just a tick behind for a strike.
Well, that is a good pitch. A sinker down with that kind of movement, it is really hard to hit. No wonder he swung and missed.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And this will be fouled away. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
In now, David Peralta. And this will be fouled away. He popped out in his first trip. Now the 0-1. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
He's looked great on the bump the first few innings of this game, and I think his ability to change speeds effectively has been a big reason why. That was a good change of speed for the strikeout there, and I've seen a lot of hitters look pretty off with their timing so far.
Here's Yasmani Tomas. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He'll attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. The windup and the 0-1. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Throw will go to Adrian at first, and with it the side is retired. Diamondbacks down in order. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Striding in once again, Adrian Gonzalez comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
Matt, I don't know if you know this, but less than 60% of his first pitches have been for a strike. And he's still having a good game. I don't know what he's doing. They just haven't been able to figure him out.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a fastball just misses. It's 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Line to the right side. But this will be gloved out there at second as he didn't have far to go for the out.
The right fielder, number 66, Yasiel Puig.
One away now for the free swinging right fielder, Yasiel Puig. The pitch. And this is pulled foul as he was way out in front there. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Now a swing and a ground ball, but this will get foul for strike 2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And nope, this one falls, so he'll get another shot. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. To third. Backhanded. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Had to protect there with 2 strikes, and he just got it off the end of that. Not much of a problem for the infield at that point.
Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. A base hit in his first trip. A 1 pitch on its way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
He is being aggressive in this inning. 0-2 on this hitter. The first 2 outs were recorded quick because he came right after the hitter. I don't think that changes right now either. He's going to continue to be aggressive to this hitter as well.
And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort. One and 2. Here it comes. A shot to first base and caught there to end the inning. Nothing across here this half of the inning. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go, and we are tied 0-0. Back with Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as it'll be Paul Goldschmidt that'll lead things off.
44.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that pitch catches the inside corner. The windup and the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Hit sharply toward the right side. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a two-base hit.
That was a great job of driving that ball, extending his arms very well, was able to get it over the right fielder's head, one hopping it off the wall for an easy double. That's one of those solid hits that you don't even feel coming off the bat.
Into the box, A.J. Pollock. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here comes the 1-0. And he gets a piece here as this ball's fouled away. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Peterson is there, and he has it for the first out.
Now batting, third baseman, Jake Lamb.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Jake Lamb. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. And he takes ball one. Swing and a miss on the sinker, a ball and a strike. No runs, 3 hits, no errors so far for the Diamondbacks. Now a spin and a throw back to second, and the runner back easily. One and one, here it comes. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him.
That looked like he was cheating for that fastball inside right there. Early swing, got out in front of that off-speed pitch, clearly looking for a fastball.
1 out and a runner on second base. Line drive to center field. That's in there. Base hit. He'll come home with it. The tag from Grandal, and they get him at home plate.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, second baseman
Brandon Drury will bat next. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Wood sets. Here's the first pitch. Drilled on the ground to short. He'll send it the short way to Utley at second, and that's that. 1 left for the Diamondbacks. Through 4. Still tied. 0-0. And that'll bring in the speedy left-handed hitter Andrew Toll. He'll start things out as we begin the 5th.
Andrew Toll.
First pitch on its way. A slider that just grabs the outside corner. 0-1, here it comes. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Back-to-back sliders away. Now I think you have to think about running something hard 3 times in a row.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Hey, good pitch right there with the bases empty. Why not take a shot? Throw that breaking ball in the dirt and see if he'll chase after it.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. He'll try again. 1-2. Look out, a fastball up near his dome, and that'll wake you up a bit.
Well, that'll wake everyone up. Anytime you buzz the tower like that, there's reason for people to start getting a little bit edgy.
Just a bit low. Ball 3.
Well, he's been throwing the ball pretty well so far, but right here, 3 balls to the leadoff guy to maybe get them a chance to get them going. He's just got to come back, make them swing the bat. I'd rather see him earn his way on the base by swinging the bat instead of a walk.
Now a swing and a fly ball. After it is Peralta. And no one will track it down. Ready now with the payoff pitch. Hit back up the middle. And that's through for a hit. So the Dodgers get their leadoff hitter on base to kick off the inning.
Well, it looks like just a ground ball base hit in the box scores. But, man, that ball is hit hard up the middle. He's going to do well for himself. He stays consistent and keeps that approach.
In is the second baseman, Chase Utley. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. And they've got the runner hung up between first and second. And they will tag him out between first and second. 1 out, nobody on. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Peralta going back on it. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
The batter, catcher, Alex Wood.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Alex Wood. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Into the windup and the pitch. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. Two out, nobody on. Tried to pull that one back, but he couldn't do it, and it's 0-2 now. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. Halfway home, still no score. Here's the catcher now, Chris Iannetta. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Chris Iannetta.
Here comes the first pitch. A high fastball is in there.
That was a pretty good pitch on a pitch he doesn't throw very often, or I should say hasn't used in this game, that's for sure. That was a good pitch.
The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
Wow, what makes it so tough to be a hitter is to be able to hit and change his speeds, right? You're geared up for the fastball, and all of a sudden he pulls the string and throws you the straight change, the dreaded equalizer.
And the knuckle curve that time. Got him swinging, and that's the first out.
The batter, number 13, shortstop.
Now at the plate, Nick Ahmed comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. No runs, 4 hits, no errors so far for the Diamondbacks. Here's a swing and a ground ball, but this will wind up a foul ball. Strike 2. And another foul ball. Another 0-2 home. And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location. So a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Into the box now, Robbie Ray. As the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1.
Well, Matt, that's 2 quick outs, but if you look at the pitch count, it's way down low. He's being aggressive, and so are they. He's got a chance to get through this one.
0-1 count, and the pitch. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
He's falling behind right now after that swing right there. Now he's 0-2. And 0-2, choke up a little bit and try to put the ball in play. You just got to be in battle mode right now.
Wood has his target, looking for the strikeout here on 0-2. Now a check swing, and he went around, says the home plate umpire. Pretty forceful about it, too. And the inning is over. Here's Jock Peterson now. He'll start things out now in the top half of the 6th.
Center fielder, Jock Peterson.
Here's the first pitch to him. Tough slider down low for a strike.
You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff start to flatten out, but that's not the case here. Still has really nice finish on that slider, as we just saw.
Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him.
One thing you try to do as a hitter is figure out what pattern the pitcher is pitching. I can't cover the whole plate. He's done a masterful job of pounding him on the outside half for strikes, and they haven't figured it out yet.
Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. The 0-2 once more. That misses. 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And this inning starts with a solid base hit. So the leadoff man's aboard in their half of the 6th inning.
Well, he fell behind 0-2, and this is really the personality who he is. He didn't give up. He continued to fight and gets a base hit when he gets the 2-2 count.
Here's Corey Seager. Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner, but this will be foul. A 1 pitch on its way, and there's one well above the zone for a ball. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Now a ball hit high in the air and deep down the line in left. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Stepping in now, Justin Turner, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. No hits to this point. He's set. Here's the 0-1. A ground ball to third, and they could get 2. To second for 1. On to Goldschmidt, a double play. Inning over. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Digging in to try it again, David Peralta. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
Fielder, David Peralta.
First pitch of the at-bat. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. The windup and the 0-1. Hit hard on the ground towards second. That gets through, and he'll start the inning off with a base hit. So it's a good start to the inning for the Diamondbacks. Leadoff hitters aboard.
Well, you're not always going to hit the good pitches. You hit the mistakes. And that one hung up there, a mistake. Nice piece of hitting.
Here's Yasmani Tomas. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. From the stretch, here's the pitch. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike 1. Here comes the 0-1. A called strike over the outside part of the plate. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Wow, really close pitch on 0-2. That just missed, and if he hits that spot right there again, he might get the call next time.
One and two, here it comes. Hit on the ground toward the left. Gloved by Turner. Utley for 1. Relay to Gonzalez, and it's a double play.
Hey, it's hard to do anything with a pitch like that that's below the zone. And if you do anything with it, most of the time, this will be the result. A double play on a good pitch down in the zone.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. No one on base for him after the double play.
Yeah, Matt, that 2-ball really changed the complexion of this inning. For the second time, it looked like the middle of the order was going to have a chance to get a big hit with some ducks on the pond, but now they just have to try and get a 2-out rally started.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And he gets ahead with a sinker on the outside. Here's the pitch. Called strike, and he's behind 1 and 2. Ground ball left side. Turner has it. Throw on to the first baseman. Gonzalez will take care of him, and the inning is over. Nothing doing for Arizona, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Welcome back to Chase Field here in Phoenix. Neither team denting the run column quite yet as we look at the game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Here's Adrian now. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Into the windup and the pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball.
Well, he's throwing over 70% first pitch strikes to all the hitters in the game right now. That's why he's pitching late in the game. He's getting ahead of guys, and then you can manipulate as you move forward.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. This is drilled, but right into the shift. Drury fields it cleanly. On to first, and a big out to start the 7th. 1 gone.
The right fielder, number 66, Yasiel Puig.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Yasiel Puig. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
He's putting together a nice outing so far. It always helps when you get ahead in the count.
0-1 count. Here it comes. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and just about every at bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. Smoke toward third. Lamb has it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
The catcher, number 9, Yasmani Grandal.
Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. He's singled and in there. 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit hard to the right side, but foul.
Boy, he's been great in this one, and he's only 1 strike away from putting another 0 on the scoreboard.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. 2 out, nobody on. Ran that one in on him a bit, as this time it's tapped foul at home plate. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a curveball that started low and broke lower. Ball 1.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
Lays off the 1-2 changeup, and he's worked it back to 2-2.
Well, he hasn't thrown him a strike yet in this at bat, and we're 2-2. Clearly on the mound, he's banking on the fact that he'll chase pitches if you give him a chance.
And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Dodgers down in order. Still no score. Striding in once again, A.J. Pollock. 3rd trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point.
Center fielder, A.J. Pollock.
Now a check swing as he's able to fight this one off. Foul. Oh and 1. Here it comes. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0 and 2 now. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
Well, I'm glad we get another look at that beauty of a pitch right there. You can't spot a sinker in a better location because even if you do get the bat on the ball, there's not a whole lot you can do with that. Textbook sinker.
Jake Lamb standing in now. And here's a ball hit in the air. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to make the play for out number 2.
Now batting, second baseman, Brandon Drury.
Ready once again, Brandon Drury. A hit in 2 tries so far. Into the windup and the pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Wow, that was a decent breaking ball right there, but that's just a pitch that's a little easier to lay off of when you're opposite-handed, opposite bat. You could see the sweep of the ball coming right into you. That was a great take.
Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hard on the ground towards short. Seager fields it cleanly on to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. So 1, 2, 3 go the Diamondbacks. We are still scoreless. Digging in and looking for more, Andrew Toles. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
Andrew Toles.
First offering on its way. Now a bunt attempt here, and he will make a quick basket catch behind the plate for the first out. Our line score there says it all to this point, or if you prefer, it doesn't say anything. Nothing our score as you start to wonder if anyone's going to play to run in this one. Ready for another chance? Chase Utley. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. And he lays off there 1-0.
Hey, you can't let that bother him right there. This might be a good time for the catcher to have a little conversation. Just tell him, next pitch, don't worry about that one.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Slider right over the middle, taken for a strike.
Guys, I've been really impressed with him tonight. I mean, he's carving these guys up with all of his pitches.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Now a foul tip that's held onto at the plate, and the count moves to 1-2 now.
Well, Matt, they've all seen him at this point, and clearly they're not picking him up much better. Do you see the swing on that pitch right there? Nasty.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left. No chance at bringing this one back. And as Dodger fans have heard for years, she is out of here. Solo shot that time from Chase Utley. Second home run early in the year, and the Dodgers strike first, 1-0.
You can call it unfair or just the breaks of the game, but up until this pitch, which was a big mistake, he was throwing a gem. Now he looks up at the scoreboard and he's trailing. That's demoralizing, but he's got to forget about it quickly.
Now the Diamondback skipper's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And a change is forthcoming, as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. So he'll depart after getting 1 out here in the 8th, but he's in line to take the loss, barring a late turnaround. Enrique Burgos gets the call as he'll pitch with 1 gone in the top of the 8th.
Number 36, Enrique Burgos. batting, pitcher, Alex.
In now, Alex Wood, as he comes up empty on a pitch right down the middle for strike one. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2. Well, as demonstrated there, that's a tough pitch to do anything with.
Yeah, good luck. But hey, a high fastball all of a sudden becomes really dangerous for a pitcher if it's not spotted above the zone. A little height difference makes all the difference.
He struck him out the third time he's fanned in the game.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best two-strike approach either.
Now the Diamondbacks get a left-hander up and working in the bullpen. Standing in now, Jock Peterson. Hot shot on the ground is short. Ahmed has it, and the throw to first is in time, but the damage has been done as the side is retired. One for the Dodgers on the solo home run. Bottom of the 8th coming up. It's now 1-0 LA. Pedro Baez will come on and make his 4th appearance in this campaign.
Number 52, Pedro Baez.
Gregor Blanco will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Gregor Blanco.
Changeup too low, and it's 1-0. Here's the 1-0. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
People always talk about how important getting the leadoff man on base is, and it's true. So in the 8th inning of a one-run game, that's a really nice job of attacking a hitter and sending him packing.
Ketel Marte will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning. Ball one. He's ready for his first. 1-0 count. Here it is. That's lifted the other way out to left. Pose moves over, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
The pitcher, number 36, Enrique Burgos.
Jeremy Hazelbaker will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 41, Jeremy Hazelbaker.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Shot back up the middle, and that is in there for a 2-out base knock. So the bottom of the inning is still alive after the 2-out base hit.
You throw a ball down the middle, you better start ducking right when you release it. He took it right back at him. Hit it where it's thrown.
Into the box, David Peralta, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Quick check on that tying run at first. And a dive, but he's back in. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Grounded to third. He'll send it the short way to Utley at second, and that's that. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. We've played 8 full. Dodgers out in front, 1-0. Ketel Marte will stay in the ball game as a new shortstop.
For the Diamondbacks. Now playing shortstop,
Andrew
4.
Chafin enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th.
Andrew Chafin.
Hernandez is also into the ball game as he'll likely go the rest of the way behind the plate. Here's Corey Seager, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. Action now in the Arizona bullpen as they have a right-hander up and throwing. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. The windup and the 0-1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting, third baseman, Justin Turner.
Digging in once again, Justin Turner. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First pitch of the at-bat. And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball 1. Now it's 2-0.
That's just not a competitive pitch. I mean, that ball wasn't even close. Now the hitter's sitting 2-0.
The pitch. Strike called. 2-1.
I like that pitch right there. You know he's keyholing you 2-0, and you put one right on the corner. He's not going to swing at it. And now all of a sudden you're back in the count again.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. He's fallen behind now. 3-1. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Bases are empty. 1 man out. And that's outside. He lost him, ball 4.
Yeah, the guy's been on fire lately, hitting anything close, so I think this is the way to go here. Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
So a runner at first now with 1 away, and now the left-handed hitting Adrian Gonzalez will get a shot. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Wouldn't bite on a good sinker that time that missed. Runners on first with 1 down. Changeup stays outside and he's behind 2-0.
Well, you can see what he's trying to do right there. Double play situation. 2 balls down in the zone, trying to get that ground ball. Didn't get him to bite at either one. Now he's behind in the count, 2-0.
Now a pitch swung on and hit to the left side, but this is going to find the seats. A foul ball. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
There's certain situations where things just have to happen, and this is one of those. Like it or not, he's got to challenge him right here.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. So it's a 2-run dinger for Adrian Gonzalez. 7 home runs for him on the year now, and the Dodgers have now taken a 3-0 lead.
Well, any insurance run you can put on the board this late in the game feels like 2 runs. That's how important they are. They're up 3 now and only need 3 more outs to end this one. See if they can close the deal.
The right fielder, number 60.
And now is Yasiel Puig. As he'll come up empty that time on a sinker at strike 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A great job of changing speeds there. It's 0-2. 1 out, nobody on. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. Ready on 1 and 2. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Back goes Pollock. Still going back. That one's out of here. Back-to-back home runs. A solo home run off the bat of Yasiel Puig. Second home run early in the year as the Dodgers have increased their lead, now 4-0.
In the job description of reliever, there's no mention of back-to-back homers. But there is a need for short memory. We'll see if he can put those 2 bombs behind him.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Oh, that'll make you smile as a pitcher. You make a good pitch, you blow the guy's bat up, and then
on the ground toward first, and he will make it to the bag, a step ahead of the runner, and that ends the inning. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. 1 more shot coming up will go to the bottom of the 9th. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Diamondbacks 0. Here's Yasmani Tomas. And Dan, what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Well, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, but the effort on the offensive side has been pretty lethargic watching from up here in the booth, Matt.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels the same from watching in the stands in this one. That hits the outside corner. It's strike 1.
Objective number 1 right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
Set to deliver the 0-1. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss. A pause and the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He was a ground out victim last time up. Here it comes, 1-0. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here.
I like what I'm seeing right now. In, and then goes away. If you pound him in early, it opens up the outside half of the plate, and that's what he's doing right now. That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He is fortunate he just fouled it off.
Now another 1-2. Again, he sends it out of play.
Oh, he might have got away with one. 2-strike breaking ball that ended up being in the zone. I think he probably wanted that out of the zone, but fortunately, he just fouled it off.
Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level. Here he comes again. 1-2. That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
Oh, I got to give advantage to hitter in this AB. Man, he's seen a lot of pitches. He's sitting 2-2. Anytime you've seen this many pitches, you now have him measured really well.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
No better way to minimize the potential damage a cleanup hitter can do than to strike out both guys in front of him. Always a confidence boost when you can sit down the guys at the top of the lineup.
Stepping in now, A.J. Pollock. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Grounded back up the middle to his left. Seager. Throw on to first is going to be in time for the final out, and the Dodgers will add 1 more to their winning streak as this ball game is over.
Well, just an excellent job right here closing this one out. He just collected the first save of his career. Got to start somewhere.
Nothing the score tonight. Los Angeles secured their 10th victory of the season. Alex Wood takes the win on the mound, his 2nd of the year. Robbie Ray takes the loss despite allowing only 1 unearned run. Pedro Baez works 2 full innings in relief to record the save, his 1st of the year.
Tonight.
So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB Network. Good night, everybody.
For the Diamondbacks, no runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 4 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 34 minutes. A reminder that post-game Valley Metro is available in Copper Square at Central Station.